Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, uh, please, I will introduce myself. My name is Yudi Kurniawan. I'm the presenter for this morning research with the title "The Impact of the COVID-19 Pandemic on Work Stress of Employees," the QUASI experiment. Actually, I'm the third researcher. The first is Professor Hardani Widyastuti, psycholog, and the second Mrs. Gusti Yulasi, SPSI, MSI. Uh, so we will we will describe about our research about the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic with the subject, the employee of electricity state company in Central Java and Yogyakarta area. This research include in the second year. So the first year in 2019. So actually we identifying problem caused by other variable that we found in the first research, namely job stress. So we find that job stress in the employee, it's make impact uh, to the perform and the human resource management in the employee of the electricity state company. So based on the data, we discuss with the stakeholder in state electricity company, or we call PLN. So with discussion with the management, with discussion of the data collection mechanism in the first year, that we found that stress make an impact in the perform and human resource management. But in the 2020, uh, there is a pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. So for the data collecting for the job stress, we must accept it, and we must do health protocol. So we can give direct training uh, for the employee. So in the second year research, we do some uh, online training. So we discuss about data collection mechanism to relate to health protocol in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. And after that, in March and April and May, we develop a work stress management training module, conducting experiment on work stress variable. So uh, this variable based on the result of the research in the first year in the 2019, we create and we develop a work stress management training module to conducting an experiment, and actually a quasi experiment on work stress variable. And after that, we can testing for the model. And after that, there are a focus group discussion with management regarding result in a first year. Uh, so we make FGD, focus group discussion, with the management, with the uh, with the orientation to uh, to know. So we want to know, and we want to discuss, yeah, about the condition of the employee in the electricity company, or PLN. Uh, Based on the FGD, based on the group discussion, we found that the employee, especially field worker, field employee, has some stress, because they should have to 24-hour work, and when the customer gets complaint, and when the electricity is broken, and when the blackout, the field worker should have to ready to repair, to call by the company to give excellent service uh, to the customer. So we found that there are some stress issue in the field worker. And after that, in June, May and June, it outreach to the employee in uh, Purwokerto, and district in Banyumas. We gain some assessment with supervision, and we interview for the some employee. So the FGD on the draft policy on PLN in area Central Java and Yogyakarta network distribution. So based on the data, we create the training, actually the online training for the uh, employee. After that, a research method that we did in June and May and June, based on the research objective and the problem. The research design used in this research is a quasi-experiment. So we do a quasi-experimental because there are 30 respondents, 20 respondents in experiment group, and 10 respondents in control group, which an experimental design that has treatment, impact measurement, experimental units, and participant selection without randomization, but still uses a control group or non-randomized pre-test and post-test control group design. So the dependent variable is stress, and we deliver, we give training with online training. The name is stress management training by online. So we using Zoom, we using Zoom to deliver training to the employee in PLN, Yogyakarta, and Central Java, especially in Semarang and Purwokerto. This is a screen capture from our training that we gave in May, June for the employee. Before we deliver training, we create some preparation. We create some uh, some what they call the testing for the module, and then we deliver the training for two meeting. This is the result of the research. In the descriptive data, the result above indicate that the experiment group experienced a decrease in work stress score by 0.5. So especially we see in the data, we compare about pre and post test, what do you call it, pre and post test data. uh, there is a decrease in work stress. Meanwhile, the control group experienced a decrease in work stress by 675. The difference occurs in that the control group actually experienced a decrease in job stress. So both of the experiment and the control group has a decreased data. This is the comparative test. Uh, Before that, we see in the descriptive data, and in the comparative test, we see from the table above shows that the experiment group has a value of significant value of 0.715. Actually, it's bigger than 0.05 for the significant value, which means that the stress score of the first data before and after being given training is not statistically significant. Meanwhile, in the descriptive data, there are a different score from the pre and post test, but from the comparative test per test, the significant score is bigger than 0.5. The mean value of the stress score is also only 0.5, while the control group significant was 0, 0.001 is less than the significant cutoff, which means that statistically there was a significant difference before and after training, with an average decrease of 6.75. So actually in experiment group, there is no difference about the stress level, but in the control group, there are different. So it is the discussion. The above result indicate that the stress management training provided is ineffective because the experimental group didn't show a decrease in the job stress. So this is the finding of our research. Another result shown is that the control group actually shows a relatively visible decrease in job stress compared to the experiment group. Different test results shows that the effect of training is not visible in the experiment group. Thus, it can be found of the study that the condition and station in the field, that the operators in the field, namely the substation, there are 80 substations in all around Jogja and Central Java. Then apply the magic work system and the number of operators is only one. So there are 80 around Jogja and Central Java, but the number just only one. So that the level high stress and responsibility that only imposed on him. So in addition, the research was carried on during the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, so that our research activity, including training, were carried but online, so that the possibility of the connection on the system internet network was not maximally followed due to the nature of the scared different place. So the pandemic give impact for the training result, and thus that are the things that cause the work stress result of the employees of PLN in Central Java and Jogja, which are proven to have experienced work stress. So after the training, the level of stress increase, not decrease, in the experiment group. So the result of research conducted simultaneously with the condition of the COVID-19 pandemic that are currently hitting the entire world, including Indonesia, we can see from the result of the research. In addition, after the research, a team visited three substations in the Central Java environment in Purbalingga substation, Kalibakal, and Aji Barang. Inform was collected that could complement the result above, that basically the operator felt work stress, chronic. This is because the operating hours of this operator are 24 hours, so they have ready, they should have give the best in their work for 24 hours. This means that operators are required to pay attention to announcement about problems that arise regarding the flow of electricity. So the concern about COVID-19 also inevitably increase their stress condition for operation in the field. So our conclusion in this study, it can be concluded that there is no significant difference between the research subject before and after the research management training was held. This is due to two things, namely the absence of system for operator and the impact of the COVID-19 condition. So thank you. This is our presentation. We can discuss after this. Good morning and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.